Hello ladies and gents, welcome to a new night point of view review. Tonight I'm reviewing the second generation Volkswagen Golf. This is the GL trim. This one was built in '91, and inside is the 1.8 liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol with 90 horsepower, linked to 3-speed automatic. I've left the lights on, you can see them. This car is mostly OEM and in mint condition. These are original 15-inch BBS Volkswagen alloys. I think they were silver originally. The owner repainted them to black. It looks kind of cool with this black bumpers. And it has a new suspension, slightly lowered and stiffer. For Croatian roads, I would keep the OEM because it's more wobbly, it's a taller. This one's a little bit more stiffer. But for German roads, owners from Germany, they have, track level public roads, so no issues with the lower suspension. You can see also the rear lights, and let's jump inside. He also changed the exhaust tips, so the exhaust is a little bit more pronounced and it really sounds good. Now he's in the back because technically I can't drive this car on German plates. It would be customs violation, but I can if he's in the back or inside the car in general. So I'm just gonna say hi, Philip. He's in the back. Now we're gonna start the car. So the little problem is just putting the key inside. Let me put my seatbelt on. Now let's start the baby. Now I left the lights on, but you can see here how it looks with off, position, and lights on. You can see here the long beam. So that's that. Philip has installed an amazing sound system, so we'll have to do a little demo. And you can see the antenna here getting up. So appropriate music for the time, 91. Now, you know the drill. I have to keep talking, not to get a copyright strike, but I'm gonna just increase the level. It's super loud, just a little bit. Now he has, if you watch the day review, a really strong bass system in the back, and I've listened to the video when I was editing it. The bass is so strong, this mic is not picking it up good. I'm just gonna lower the window here when we start driving just a little bit. Release the handbrake, put it to drive. Actually, let me just put it to neutral for a moment. Put the handbrake on just to show you the exhaust a little bit. So the exhaust is amazing. Let's start driving. So one of the most coolest things, and most of you who maybe driven this car will remember, this is mechanical. There's a iron cable, and it's directly tied to the acceleration pedal and mechanically to the engine. So when you press, it pulls the wire and it just adds more air, burn, 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 and it just accelerates so good. 90 horsepower for city driving in this car is great. It takes a little bit of time to speed up on the highway. It's a naturally aspirated car with no turbo, but when it starts from zero, it just flies. Modern cars, there's just the delay between the computer and the throttle. So especially the DSG, if you don't go for the Audi's S-tronic, you have a delay. It's kind of sad for the Golf, the newest generation, doesn't have that delay, but if you have a Skoda, there's like a delay between you pressing and the car after almost second or two accelerating. Now with the new suspension, I have to slow down here. This one is really rough, and again, car's a bit lowered. It's super hot, so I'm gonna just lower at low speeds here the window so we don't suffocate inside. And I'm sorry if there's gonna be too much wind noise, but you'll have to survive. That was normal back in the day, driving with the window down. And look at this. This is one of the coolest things I really enjoyed. Putting your elbow out. That's the way to drive this car. You know, just chill. And I gotta say, this one has the I forgot the name, but the steering is easy to maneuver. So power steering is here an option some expect, because back in the day that was not standard, and this car is easy to maneuver for a 91, but also it gives you a good feedback. It's not super light, but it's light considering the generation. Now, with windows up, the soundproof is kind of decent for the city speeds. And when you lower it, you can hear the exhaust a little bit. So Philip did the exhaust upgrade, but it really sounds good, and it's just more fun. Definitely, he's a petrol head. He loves to hear his exhaust, and this is why this car is engaging, and it's just fun to drive. So it really picks up the speed nicely for 91. It's not super fast as modern cars, but it drives really nicely. And for such an old car, I'm really grateful for this opportunity to test something that was my generation, at least when I was born. I'm 88, but this is 91. My brother was born at 91, and yeah, this is just an amazing opportunity, and I see the appeal. And I gotta say, seeing such a car in mint condition is amazing. It's just a piece of history, and for me, this is like if I went back into the past just in the car. Of course, the futures or the presence is around me, but just going into the past by sitting in this car, driving it. So thanks, Philip, for this opportunity as well.
You're welcome.
And we're gonna go to the highway, or the Autobahn, a little bit. We're gonna do my standard route, which I do with new cars. So a little FYI, consumption in the city is around 8 liters. On the highway 8 liters. In the city it's around 9 to 10. Fun fact: my girlfriend's grandfather has second generation diesel. That one is built in Sarajevo. This one's Sarajevo. This one is built in Germany. Philip, what city or where was this built? Do you know?
It's in Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg. So yeah, there's so many plants now, and some of not even in Germany, but this was still the original. Also, one thing, the seats. I encourage you to check my day review. It's around 35 minutes, but we added extra 10 minutes of Philip has the original catalog with all the options, and there's some amazing pictures of the second generation, but the one built in Sarajevo was a bit cheaper, and the diesel was also naturally aspirated, I believe, It was a manual, that one, with also 3 speeds, but it's like super efficient. I think, I forgot from the top of my head now if my girlfriend's uncle mentioned that the car consumption is like crazy low, maybe 4 liters, I forgot, or something around that, I think around that number. But for a diesel car, it had a range, really big range. Trying to be gentle here because of the suspension, but yeah. But again, back to the seats. These seats are super comfortable. Let me just switch the light on. You can see the textile here. These are like a couch. They're so comfortable. A lot of sponging, and just I'm amazed of the build quality back in the day. You know, the modern Golf has pretty solid seats, and they're okay and good. But for such an old car, I was just amazed how the first owner has really taken care of the car, and I'm grateful for that because I got the opportunity to see that as well. My girlfriend's grandfather's car is really in bad condition. You know, he was using it a lot, but the seats didn't survive. He had to like put some sort of covers across. They're not OEM. Now, the only thing this car is missing is maybe for a few modern features that were optioned back in the day. I'm going to lower the window so Philip doesn't suffocate on the back. Not sure if you can hear me from this traffic now. So one of the modern features was powered windows, but I can survive without those. But AC, obviously. So you've told me, Philip, around 1,000 Deutsche Marks. That was the price back in the day for the AC option.
ABS.
And there was also ABS. We're gonna floor this one. So also ABS. These are not ABS brakes. Let me just dodge these huge manholes. I don't want to rock this car. But AC would definitely be a luxury feature now in this 34-year-old car. But just thinking that it had that was mind-blowing. Imagine finding this mint condition car with all the options. That would be amazing. And fun fact, the GTI, there was a version with this one has 90 horsepower once again, with 160 horsepower. This car is very light. Imagine having 160 horsepower in the 90s. That's like having a today most like a 250, 300 horsepower car. It was a flying beast. Now we have a lot of tapes here, so one of them is rattling. So I just moved it and it stopped, so we're good. But that's one of the goodies. Now, what's interesting, there's vibrations. I don't feel them through the seats. There are in the doors, but on the steering wheel, very little. So that's on the automatic lever. Also, very little vibrations. Slight vibrations, but I guess just spreading on the bottom. So we're coming to the highway, or how Germans call it, Autobahn, or freeway, whatever you call that in your part of the world. Highway. But this part is tool-free, so I guess it's a freeway, as Brits call it. now we're going into the past. You can see the lights performance. Surprisingly, the car is good in the bends. With the new suspension, it's not leaning too much, so it's very stable, sporty feeling. We have a little uphill here, but it's performing pretty solid. So just for 100, it's pretty solid soundproof inside the car. Now when I let go, the engine is deaccelerating and it's a little bit of rumbling, but when I accelerate, it's different. It's less noisy. See, when I let go, it's just like brrr. But I guess that's normal. I'm gonna speed up a little bit here. Pick up some speed. 120. 130. I'm gonna floor it now. 140. So really loud. I'm gonna drop my speed. So that was just a little demo. So no cruise control, but it was an option back in the day as well. And there was an option for an advanced trip computer where you can follow your consumption and your trip, kilometers or mileage.
Heated seats.
Yeah, there are also heated seats option. Imagine that back in the day. I think the only thing what was missing is the heated steering wheel, but that's something that really was far later an option. So I really haven't paid attention to the revolutions here, but at 100 it's just below 3,000 RPM. And then when you speed up a little bit, it goes above, but it's not super loud as well. But again, this is a petrol. Now there's a lot of traffic here, but the headlights performance for halogen lights is pretty good, pretty solid. Now the mirror here has an option to just like tilt it down, and then you can still see behind you, but it's like darkened. You can see only the headlights that are not super bright. You can't see the lanes. So that was a classical anti-blinding, if I'm saying that correctly. So a clever feature, because when you move the mirror, you still see it's like a slightly, I think it's convex, that's the word, and the top part is a bit dimmed and the bottom is more clear. Now just to turn on the radio, you can see the radio on as well. So just a little sound on the highway. I can't play it for too long, but definitely masks all the noise from the engine or the wind noise, and it's not a problem to drive this car long distance. Yeah, excellent song, but you know, copyrights. I would like to shoot the long beam, but there's just traffic, so I don't want to confuse other people. Maybe just for a short here. Whoa, that's really bright. You can see it from the truck in the front, or the semi, all the markings, reflective pieces. We're getting out here. Now, definitely a very fun driving machine if you're into retro cars. Going slightly faster here in the bend, but the car is nicely handling it. stable.
You can drive to the last place hospital for testing the.
Yeah, we're gonna go there. We're gonna check out the headlights performance in pitch black. Again, such an amazing ride for something that's built in 90s. Even today, and one of the cool things, you probably can't see this on the camera, but the odometer is a classical one, and the turning numbers are so slow, but it's legendary watching that on the odometer. Now, the only things I haven't mentioned are the brakes. The brakes are a little bit late. Philip told me that the vacuum part is a little bit old, so it's a little bit late, but I imagine that these brakes were hard because you're not ABS. But still good, manageable. We just adjust to it after a little bit of driving and it's all good. Now, we won't be doing 0 to 100, but we're going to test the headlights performance. So you can see the car in the distance, it just went into the bend. But look at the headlights performance. So this is the standard beam and then the long beam. So it kind of dims. See, it's switching the lights. So, but good performance. It's not super wide on the upper part. On the sides it is, at the bottom, but a solid long beam for its generation. This is the normal. So this is a little bit in the bend. I lower the window so we have some air, but you can hear the exhaust. wrap up the video in our garage. And Philip, does this car have airbags? I think no.
No.
So we die like men, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if we crash, we die like men. But
Yes.
we're capable drivers, so I don't think that's gonna happen. God forbid. So, well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, comment, share it, maybe in Volkswagen forums. There's still forums for the second generation. I wanted to share this video. I usually don't review old cars, but this is such an iconic car that I had to when I saw Philip acquire this mint condition second generation, and it's just a beauty and throwback into the past. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Wow, this low height is perfect for this button. I'm usually like too high to get it. Windows down, you can hear the exhaust now a little bit. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, so my usual spot is busy, but let's see here. Okay, perfect. So just a little of yeah, the exhaust is crazy. It's just so fun. That's that, ladies and gents. We're gonna switch it off. Don't forget your headlights if you're owner, not to kill your 12-volt battery or the accumulator. But yeah, this is really an amazing experience. Huge thanks to Philip, and I'm gonna wrap it up here. So again, share, like, subscribe, you know the deal. Oh, they just switch off the lights, so you saw it on the light, and this is usually when I arrive, they go to this low power saving mode. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.